Hello you beautiful people and welcome back to Joeboy Racing. In today's video I'm going to be bringing you my bets that I'll be having for my second race day vlog on the Saturday, Dewhurst Day at Newmarket. I've got one fancy at York as well, so let's get stuck into it. Currently recording this on Thursday night. I would have liked to do it Friday morning. I don't think I'm going to have enough time, so I'm recording it tonight. So if the prices do change, obviously apologies about that, but all prices are put up at time of recording. Cool. I've not made this one easy for myself, guys. This is a hard day's racing to try and pick out a winner. Um, I do have a couple of fancies. Obviously, I'll go over all of them, let you know my strongest fancies if you want to jump on board. In the first race, the 115, really competitive thing. I've put a point win only on Gladius. I thought he ran really well last time out in York. If you watch that one back, he was pushed out wide by Bullet Point. I think Oisin Murphy either wanted to get to the front or be prominent, but obviously Bullet Point was doing the same thing and stayed out wide for a long time. And then when he tried to rein him back in, he was just keen, didn't want to pull back. And I think that just got him out of his rhythm. Still stayed on really well. He's a bit of a specialist over this trip as well. Had 2 wins before the York run over this trip, compared to a lot of these are either stepping up or stepping back down. I do think Liberty Lane's a bit of a concern. He's got really good Newmarket form, possibly the main danger, but like I say, it's a really tight one. You know, anyone could win this. So I've decided for Gladius, 1 point win. Currently 10-3 at time of recording. It's annoying because I could have got 4-1 a little bit earlier. Left it too late, but I can't see him drifting back out, to be fair. Don't know if he's going to go off Fav. Damasus does seem pretty strong, but Gladius is trading at 3.75 on the exchange, so I can only see the price going down. In the next race, the 150, again, super competitive. You've got Dolphin Good Thing at the head of the market, a couple of Aidan O'Brien things in behind. I'm just going to have small pocket money play on this one. I'll probably just have a tenner each way on that Allegraze or Allegrease. I don't know how you say it, but it's 9-1 currently at time of recording. I'm just going to have a tenner each way just so I've got to play it in the race. It's not one that I'd probably put up normally. However, because I'm going to be there on the day, you all know that I like to have a bet on every race when I'm there. And I just thought that one ran well the last couple of times, could improve for the step up in trip. I do think that endorsement is probably the main danger. Obviously, you always have to take note of Godolphin when you're at Newmarket. But yeah, not getting stuck in, just a small each way stake on Allegrazy. Moving on to the 225. Again, another really tough one. I'm going to go with Hankalo in this one. I think he was really unlucky just to get edged out last time out. Should have won that race, really. I think stepped up to the mile is going to bring out some improvement, allow him to travel into the race a little bit further. 3-1, I'm going to have 1 point win only on Hankalo. That New Zealand as well, just in buying Hankalo in the market at 7-1, you can get. It's got some really nice form in the book. It just puts you off a little bit, the fact that Christoph has gone for straight up, who's second in the market. Um, but yeah, couldn't put you guys off, having an each way flutter on him either at 7-1. I think that's a pretty solid bet. But for me, the selection is Hankalo. In the 3 o'clock, the main race of the day, the Dewhurst, the Group 1. I'm a little bit shocked with it, to be honest, that Zavateri is the price that he is. How can he be third fav to a horse that he beat last time out and beat well, on a track as well that favours pace? He come off the pace and still ground it out to get the victory. He's a proper tough horse. Obviously, the only concern is his last 2 races have been proper battles, really tough. They may have left his mark on him, but I think at the price he is actually value. Currently 10-3 with bookmakers. You can get him at 4.5 on the exchange. So I've had a 1 point win on Zavateri on the exchange. He drifted like a barge last time out as well when he beat Gestad. If that happens again, I'll probably will just go in on him again, because he keeps getting underestimated in the market, keeps not going off Fav. He's got proven group form behind him, including a Group 1 win last time out. And yeah, Maybe that Godolphin thing, Distant Storm, is as good as that, but I think on the form, Zavateri should be clear fav in this. So yeah, get on the exchange if you want to follow me in on Zavateri, because you do get a slightly bigger price than a 10 to 3. However, I could see him getting underestimated again and drifting out again. I do think that Oxagon's quite interested in this as well. Stepped up to a mile, I think, will suit. You can get 9 to 1 about him. Obviously, Oisin Murphy's jocked up as well, which is always a good thing. And he finished just a length behind Puerto Rico last time out, who's then gone on to win a Group 1. You know, that's a really nice bit of form, and he's got good form in the book all the way along when you look. So, you know, if you didn't like any of the three that are shorter at the top of the market, I do think Oxagon's definitely got an each way shout. Right, guys, now moving on to the 340. Now, I know I've been giving you tricky races to pick your lucky dip bets out to try and find a winner, so I thought I'd give you a nice easy one this time, and I'm going to make the lucky dip bet the Cesarewitch. Proper tricky puzzle. I'm going to have small stakes anyway on a horse called Dawn Rising in this, but as always with the lucky dip bet, whichever horse gets mentioned most in the comments will be bet as well. Obviously, you can check in on the race day vlog when I put it up probably on Sunday to see how we get on. Tricky old puzzle this year. Like I say, I'm going to have small stakes anyway on Dawn Rising, literally just a tenner each way. You currently get 14 to 1 about him. If you've been following the channel for a little while, I put up Dawn Rising at Royal Ascot in the 2 mile 2 race. Can't remember the name of it. I thought he might be able to find a performance. Finished out the back of the telly that day. However, he did run pretty well in this last year, and last time out for the Irish Cesarewitch when he ran, which wasn't too long ago, so that race might have taken a bit out of him. It is a bit of a risk. I think he ended up finishing 5th and stayed on gamely behind some good horses as well, some well fancied horses. So I just fancy him. He's definitely going to stay. I just fancy him to run a big race, so hopefully he can sneak into a place. But yeah, small stakes each way on Dawn Rising. One I forgot to mention in the 225, guys, there's a horse called Glacius, the rank outsider of the field at 20 to 1. I may have small stakes each way, just as a little cover bet on him. He's run both of his races at a mile, so there's a lot of them in there that are stepping up to the mile for the first time. The mile's not going to be a problem for him. Finished 4 lengths off Bo Echo at Haydock last time out, so you know he wasn't close, but obviously Bo Echo's a top horse, so beat that Del Maro as well, who also runs at Newmarket this weekend. So if Del Maro goes well, that's a little form boost as well to Glacius. Hugo Palmer's got a good record at Newmarket, and Billy the Kid's jogged up as well. So I just think there's quite a lot to like. So obviously Hankelo's the main selection, but I just wanted to mention that one. Right, guys, another one I've had a bet on, the 315 at York. There's a horse in here called Hammer the Hammer. He's got a £5 claimer on board this time. He didn't run that badly behind Run Boy Run, and on the soft ground, I don't think he appreciated the soft ground. Back on a sounder surface, I think he's going to have a massive run in him. Seems to be drawn quite well as well compared to the last 10 winners. They're all sort of low to mid draw, so I think that's going to play into his hand. You can get 15 to 2 about him currently, and I'm going to have a point each way on Hammer the Hammer. I am going to have a play in the last race of the day at Newmarket as well, depending how well the day goes. Obviously, like I said, it's going to be a tricky day. I might have had enough by then and want to go home. Not decided for certain yet how I'm going to have a play on, so you'll have to tune in to the race day vlog to see which one I select. Obviously, we got cracking racing with the Group 1 Dewhurst, the Cesarewitch as well, which is always a blinder. Best of luck to you with your lucky dip bets. I know I've made it nice and easy for you there. My main fancies for the Saturday, I'd have to say, is probably Zavateri. I know it's arguably the toughest race there, but we've not done too bad in Group 1s recently, so fingers crossed Zavateri can deliver us our 3rd Group 1 in a couple of weeks. Obviously, I've gone away from Newmarket as well for Hammer the Hammer. I do think that's a pretty strong each way bet. Considering you can get the 6 places as well, I'll be shocked if it finishes outside the top 6. Although I have said that before, and they do. So we'll have to see how Hammer the Hammer gets on. But yeah, I think Zavateri's good value at 3.5 to 1. I think Hammer the Hammer's decent value each way bet. I do quite like Hankalo as well, but it's just, and Gladius, because obviously I've had points on them, but it is just probably a little bit too competitive for me to want to put them up officially. Obviously, if you guys want to follow me in, you stake them however you want to stake them. I try and just be transparent and put up my bets for you guys, win, lose or draw. And yeah, if you want to follow me in, great. And if you don't, because you've got other selections that you like, then that is what it's all about, sharing the selection, seeing who likes who. It's all just a matter of opinion at the end of the day, isn't it? So we will see how we get on. As always, guys, I really appreciate all the comments. I've seen that there's been some comments so far for the lucky dip bet on the Friday. I absolutely love everyone getting involved. That's the whole idea of the channel. I will get back to them on Saturday morning before I go to the racing, when I put this video up, when I'm back in YouTube. Let me know again, get stuck into the comments, who your fancy is for the Cesarewitch. I know I've been an absolute stitch up making it the Cesarewitch, but it is fun, and you always have a couple of horses, didn't you? So there's loads in there with chances, so I thought it'd be fun, a proper race to get stuck into for you guys as well. Fingers crossed we can have another cracking day for the channel. Best of luck with all of your bets for the weekend, and as always, guys, happy punting.